Ahoy, peace and blessings, welcome back. Today we're talking about 10 signs of spiritual awakening. The first sign is deja vu. That is a sign that your soul and your spirit is operating outside of your body. Your mind is operating outside of your body. Your soul, your spirit is interacting with the spiritual realm beyond the physical realm. We all have bodies. We can move our bones, we can bend, we can contract, we can interact with the real world, we can use our hands, we can build things. But our soul and our spirit can live outside of our body. Before you were born, after you were born, your soul, your spirit can live on. So when you're having deja vu, it can mean different things. I'm not here to tell you exactly what deja vu means, right? Scientists haven't even figured that out. A lot of these things scientists don't even know the truth of, is what I'm going to tell you, But deja vu is a beautiful moment, and I would not let it, consume your whole day. You shouldn't wreck your mind if you're having deja vu, but that is a sign of spiritual awakening. That is a sign that your spirit and soul is close to you, and is working for you, and is doing beautiful things for you. This is really the main reason I made this video. I had deja vu today, and, I'm in a different location. And I maybe had this deja vu like 3 years ago or something, 4 years ago. I had this years ago. You know what I mean? Our soul and our spirit can be years ahead of our bodies. So it's a beautiful sign that our souls, our spirits are closer to God. The second sign of spiritual awakening is you have increased levels of attraction and magnetism. You'll notice yourself attracting the things you want to you more. You'll become more like a magnet, and all the things you want will come to you. Okay, we don't have to go out and get things. We can and we should, because we're strong, we're men and women. But on an internal realm, you know what I mean, dealing with the crown chakra, dealing with our royal nature, things come to us. All the good in the world comes to us. That's just how sick this realm is. We have to go out and bring good to the world, because there's not that much good. But where we're from, where our souls, where our spirits truly from, there's so much good. Good just comes to us, whatever we want. You'll start to notice that in the physical realm once you become more spiritually awakened. And it could be simple as you would love to see, you'll love to find a partner. You'll start attracting more beautiful people around you. You'll want to find true friends. You'll start to attract these people. They'll come up to you a lot of times, or you'll be in the same place as them. You might still have to start the conversation, but you'll be in the same room with these people you want to talk to. And the third sign of spiritual awakening is you might start hearing your third eye making popping sounds. You might hear popping sounds in your third eye. I take that as a sign that you're starting to see what you want to see. You're starting to gaze upon what you want to gaze upon. Your world is becoming more like how you want to view it. You get what I mean? Your internal is starting to reflect more on the external. There's millions of videos, millions of people talking about the third eye. Just how I view it, it's just what you see. I view it as an extension of the two eyes, but just a more spiritual version, a more internal version. So what you see will start to become more true. Fourth sign of spiritual awakening is lucid dreaming. You'll start to be able to control your dreams more. Eventually, you can get 99%, 100% control of your own dreams. You'll start to recognize when you're dreaming, and you can start forming that world how you want to, as if it's an extension of the 3D world. You might be dreaming and realize you're dreaming. You might realize, oh, okay, I'm dreaming. I can start flying now. I can start, changing the world. I can start putting things out into the external world in the dream. The fifth sign of spiritual awakening is increased levels of clairvoyance. You'll start to kind of see the future. You'll start to be able to see the future. You'll know what's going to happen. You get what I mean? You'll know, okay, this person is about to call me at this time, or something's good is going to happen this time, or if I go here, this is going to happen. If I go there, that's going to happen. Some people have fully unlocked their clairvoyant abilities, but you'll start to just be more and more in tune with what I call God's time. You get what I mean? As if God was a person, he wouldn't be clairvoyant, fully clairvoyant. He will know every single second what's going to happen to him. You get what I mean? So sometimes you'll be able to tune in to what I call God's time. You'll know every single second what's about to happen. And this is a very heightened state. Some people are in this state all the time. You know what I mean? Sixth sign of spiritual awakening is you'll start to experience more synchronicities. There's some overlap with synchronicity and clairvoyance, but they're not entirely the same thing. But they both have to do with heightened senses. You get me? Like a sixth sense. Senses beyond the normal perceived human perception. You might start noticing patterns in your life. You might start thinking about hawks or eagles. Maybe you're working with shamanism, foxes, and you'll start seeing them in your real world, you know? Maybe you're working with the root chakra, working with the color red. You'll start noticing everyone's wearing red today. You know, you might pass by a bunch of red cars. You just start seeing that more in your life. Whatever you're focused on internally and in your mind will start to play out externally. You know, a lot of people use angel numbers and things like that. You'll start seeing these numbers externally. Maybe there's a certain name or a certain birth date that you hold dear to you. You'll start seeing those numbers externally. Maybe you're working with a certain God, you know, you follow a certain belief. You'll start seeing symbols of that God. Like, for instance, I was working with Poseidon a lot. I started seeing a lot of Maseratis, right? Maseratis have Neptune's trident as their logo. You'll just start noticing certain little synchronicities to you to show you that you're on the right path. You're on the path that you've chosen. You're on the path that God has chosen for you. The seventh sign of spiritual awakening is that people will begin to mimic you. People will become like replicas of you. Okay? Just because you have such good energy, you become sort of like the golden standard. You know what I mean? You start giving off gold light. You start giving off good light. People will begin to mimic you. This could be your friends, your family, you know, and it could play out in everyone's life differently. You get what I mean? Say you change your diet, you'll start noticing, oh, now your friends are changing their diet. You get what I mean? Now your family's changing their diet. You might start working out. Now your friends start working out. You get what I mean? Now your partner wants to work out more. You know, this is a positive thing. Maybe you start going to church more or whatever, you know, religious institution you adhere to. You start going to church more, your friends start going to church more, your family starts going to church more. These are like the positive ways it can play out. You know, you just have to keep a good mind. Remember to stay positive, stay happy. Even if you see everyone copying you, everyone mimicking you, you know, it should be a good thing. They're mimicking you because you're a very great source of light, because you're doing your best, you get what I mean? Because you're real positive. Going into that, the eighth sign of a spiritual awakening is you become more accepting of things. You know, you become more open to new ideas, new thought forms, new ways of life. You know, different from the way you've grown up, different from the way you've been doing for years, you get what I mean? You become more willing to try new things. That could just be traveling to new places, trying new foods, hanging with different types of people, learning about other religions, you get what I mean? Learning about other spiritual doctrines, things like that. You become more accepting. You realize you can find truth in all things, you get what I mean? And you recognize that you are who you are and you're protected. The ninth sign of spiritual awakening is always feeling protected. You know that you're the son of God, the daughter of God. You know that you're truly protected. The only things you're going through, the harsh things you're going through, are because God wants you to grow through these things. He wants you to grow through these things and to become stronger through these things. But you are protected from your enemies. You realize truly, you know, no weapon formed against you will prosper. You don't have to worry. You know, your anxiety levels can start going down. Your stress levels can start going down. You don't have to be worried 24/7. You don't have to be watching your back 24/7. You know, you have angels protecting. You know, you have God protecting you. The 10th sign of spiritual awakening is when you start to notice the universe giving you gifts. There's two ways to look at this. Either you start to notice the universe starts giving you gifts, or you start opening your gifts. You get what I mean? You recognize things are this way for a reason, and you should do all in your power to enhance the situation, to become more comfortable, to become more prosperous in whatever situation you're in. Recognize the things around you and how you can use them to your benefit, how you can multiply what you have already. Now, bonus 11th sign of a spiritual awakening is what I call the point of no return. Now, a lot of people experience this in like near-death situations, but it doesn't always have to be that. It's just a moment in your life when you realize the ultimate truth. You get what I mean? You realize there is a God. A lot of people are atheists, agnostic, things like that. I used to be. That's what true agnosticism is. It's not believing in God, not having the truth of God, not being 100% sure, you know, not necessarily denying it, but just you haven't been shown yourself. So this is the point of no return, when God truly does show you, when the universe truly does show you. You get what I mean? When your ancestors truly do show you, and there's no denying it. You get what I mean? A lot of people go through these things, and it's hard to have proof of these things besides testimonies. You get what I mean? A lot of people can give you their testimony. This is the moment when God came into my life and changed me forever. You get what I mean? I cannot say, oh no, there's no God or things like that anymore, because it's the point of no return. He showed you now. He's came into your life. Maybe you've seen him in the flesh. Maybe you just had an epiphany. You know what I mean? A lot of people experience this through near-death situations. Right? A lot of people have died and came back, and that is their testimony. They've seen light. They've seen God. They've seen angels. They've seen their ancestors and people who have passed on in this near-death experience. You get what I mean? So those are 11 signs of spiritual awakening. I appreciate you for making it to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace. Till next time.